Before we had podcasts, before streaming, before the internet literally put the whole world in our pocket, there was this magic to local radio, right? That one voice that felt like it was speaking just to your town. Well, today, we're going to tune in to the story of KSCO, a station that for over 75 years has been the heartbeat, the lifeline, and the honest-to-goodness voice of Santa Cruz. And right here, this is where it all started. Those words you're looking at, that's from the very first broadcast, way back in 1947. I mean, just imagine it. That was the exact moment a signal first crackled to life over the airwaves, a voice that would grow up to be this trusted friend for the entire Monterey Bay area. You see, right from that very first day, KSCO wasn't just there to play music or fill the silence. No, it was built with a really clear purpose, a mission to be so much more than just background noise. It was actually designed to be the community's voice. And just look at how simple and powerful this mission is, to reflect accurately and with integrity. For over 75 years, that's been their North Star. And the real key here is that word, interactive. The whole idea wasn't just to talk at people, but to talk with them, to create a real living mirror of what makes Santa Cruz so vibrant. Okay. So let's jump in the time machine and go all the way back to that first day on the air, September 21st, 1947. Every great story has a beginning, and KSCO's, well, it kicked off with this perfectly human, kind of charming little slip-up. And this really captures that first day perfectly. The station goes live at 6 a.m., a huge moment for the town. But their very first boo-boo, as they called it, happened almost immediately. The Star-Spangled Banner played at the wrong speed. It's such a small, funny mistake, but it totally sets the tone for the authentic, kind of unpolished spirit that would make people love the station. But a radio station's identity isn't just about the day-to-day stuff. Its true character, its real soul, was forged when things got tough. It's in the community's darkest hours that KSCO went from being an entertainer to an absolutely essential lifeline. I mean, just think about these major disasters, the huge floods in 55 and 82, and then the devastating earthquake of 89. When the power was out and everything was chaos, KSCO was the one thing people could count on. It was that calm, guiding voice telling you what was happening, where to go, and just letting you know you weren't alone. This was so much more than reporting. It was a public service that built this unbreakable bond of trust. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? It basically became muscle memory for everyone in Santa Cruz. Lights go out, radios turn on to KSCO. Period. I mean, that's a level of trust you just can't buy. The owner even used to joke that he'd sometimes wish for a power outage just to watch the ratings go through the roof. But it wasn't all just about serious crisis response. KSCO's unique personality also comes from this really cool mix of clever thinking and a real appreciation for its own quirky history. Okay, so this is just brilliant. You might ask, why on earth would you build a radio station on a lagoon? Well, the founder was a genius. He knew that the water would act as a far superior ground system. So what does that mean? It means their little 1,000-watt signal could travel just as far as a 5,000-watt station built on dry land. It was this amazing strategic move that let a small local station punch way, way above its weight. And the station has this great sense of humor about its own past, too. So back in the 40s and 50s, KSCO was all about music, and they had these classic, custom-made jingles. Now, as a talk station, every once in a while they'll play one of those old jingles, but they cleverly dub over the word music with talk. It's this awesome little nod to where they came from. So all of this brings us to the station as it is today. And you have to wonder, what keeps a local voice like this going strong? Well, it really comes down to passion and a commitment to a dream that's about so much more than just broadcasting. This quote from the current owner, it really captures the soul of the station. This isn't just a business for him. It's his life's passion. It's literally the dream he's had his whole life, to build a station that truly serves its community. That's the kind of energy that's been fueling KSCO for decades, and it's what keeps it so vital today. So, from a messed up national anthem on day one to becoming a critical lifeline in a disaster, the story of KSCO really shows us what local media can be when it's at its absolute best: a trusted neighbor, a clever innovator, and a truly passionate voice for its home. And that really leaves us with a big question to think about. In an age where we're drowning in global content, what is the real role and maybe the future of a local voice?